Howie, the Backstreet Boys. Hi.
Hello. Hello. ¿Cómo se va?
I don't even hear you.
Good to see you, man. How are you doing? ¿Cómo se va?
Oh, in French.
¿Todo bien?
Oh, wow. Ça va très bien. Ça va très bien. How does it feel to have this kind of reaction?
This is awesome. I'm used to coming here and getting close to this actual reaction with the rest of the guys, but just to have this reaction for just myself, it's very flattering. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Great. Do you get used to those things? Or
Never.
No, never.
Never. I mean, what guy wouldn't want a bunch of screaming women? It's beautiful. It's great.
I like to. I like it. You're here because you're introducing a new artist called George. We're going to have the chance to talk with him and about him a little bit later on. He's going to perform live. But first of all, I want to know what's going on with the Backstreet Boys. What's going on?
Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, I want to know.
All right, well, actually, when I leave here, I go back out to L.A., and we're going to start getting back in the studio next week to record a new album.
Wow.
You still like us. Good.
Going to do a bit of translation for the viewers at home. Alors, oui, me disait qu'il va y avoir un nouvel album des Backstreet Boys. Il rentre en studio. Aussitôt qu'il part d'ici, il s'en va à Los Angeles pour pouvoir aller enregistrer le nouvel album avec les Backstreet Boys. Il me disait que cette réaction-là, avec un paquet de femmes qui crient pour lui, c'est quelque chose qui s'habituera jamais à ça parce que c'est tellement agréable. Et je peux comprendre, je pense que I can understand the feeling of having people screaming.
Not bad. Not bad. Merci beaucoup.
Cool. Let's go back about 15 years. Before you were in the band, before you were in the Backstreet Boys, do you feel that you're a completely different person right now that you were 15 years ago?
Well, you know what? I definitely feel like, I've grown up a lot with being in the business. And, before I got in the Backstreet Boys, I was actually around the same age as the artist that I'm working with, George, right now. I was 19 years old. And, I feel like I'm still the same person, feeling like, I'm still very appreciative and still, humble, and I'm very approachable to my fans. Hopefully a lot of them know that's why I've kind of gotten the name Sweet D for the longest time. Thank you. Love the sign. Merci beaucoup. But to be honest, I gotta say, you definitely, I think as a growing up as a human being, you change in life, and I think I am a little bit different. I think I'm a little bit more wiser now about the industry, the music business, and believe it or not, I think, having the chance to have traveled around the world, I'm becoming a little bit more worldly educated. I now see things in a different light, maybe so than I did before I was in the group.
Wow. And do you feel that success, popularity, does it change you at all?
Has it changed me? I mean, it's definitely made life a little bit more comfortable. For me, it's like, I don't think it's changed me personally. I think, because I still feel like I'm the same person I was. I still go to church on Sundays at my church back home, or church wherever I can find it. I still communicate with my friends that I've known since I was a little kid. My whole family, we're very, very close together. We have a lupus foundation, the Door Lupus Foundation. So if anything, I feel like more now with the success it's been able to allow me to give back a lot more, to do a lot more charity, to help other artists out there.
Alors, Howie qui nous disait que le succès, il pense pas que ça l'a changé beaucoup, mais ça a rendu la vie un peu plus confortable. Et il y a un petit peu le côté qui peut aider les gens aussi. Une fondation qui disait que sa sœur avait eu, avec sa famille, il y a une fondation. Et puis, il y a plein de choses qu'il peut faire maintenant qu'il ne fait pas jadis. Et puis, il pense qu'il a vieilli, il a réussi à devenir plus mature, plus sage, mais pas nécessairement, ça n'a pas nécessairement changé à cause du succès. We were mentioning the helping other artists. And because you started a record label, which is HC Entertainment Group.
Yeah, it's actually a production company.
Production company, okay. And how does it feel to be able to give back to younger artists?
I mean, that's what it's all about for me now. I've been blessed so much with the success that you guys have allowed for all of us for the Backstreet Boys, and like I say, it's about giving back. Like I say, doing also charity. Actually, I have a partner now that I'm working with. His name is CJ. He actually used to be in the group 3 Deep, and he's actually a fellow Canadian. And him and I have started the company together, and George is our first artist on the production company / management. And I look forward to continuing my life on, maybe helping other artists, fulfilling their dreams, just like I was helped many years ago.
So that's why you're venturing into the other side of the record industry.
Yeah. I mean, I see myself staying in the business for many years. Eventually, like all the rest of the guys, maybe doing a solo record of my own and doing some acting, producing. But, you know, it's definitely about, you know, also for me helping other people out there.
Great. You were mentioning maybe doing a solo album. Do you guys in the band, in the Backstreet Boys, do you need some time apart? Like now and then?
We're like brothers, you know. I guess we're like a marriage, I guess, more than anything. I guess sometimes, you know, the husband and wife need a little time away, and then they get back together, you know, at the end of the night to, you know, have a great night's sleep, whatever, you know. But you know, I think as a group, you know, we enjoy a lot of our hard work together. But at the same time, we need to have a little bit of break just to experience life with our family members, with our friends, you know, and just to become your own person. Because sometimes you lose yourself when you're in a group because it's always about, okay, what can I do that's going to make everything be all like this? And so I think as a group, we've allowed each other now to start working on solo records. Brian has his record that's just coming out. I hear he's coming into town next week.
I think people are happy. It's coming down next week.
Yes.
Coming out the
Nicky
show.
Nicky had his record out. AJ's working on a solo record. I'm going to start working on one as well. And so each of us, little by little, are doing some stuff.
Good. Howie qui est content de pouvoir redonner, de pouvoir encourager des artistes plus jeunes, de pouvoir avoir des œuvres de charité. J'ai demandé si c'était important pour lui, parce qu'il parlait de peut-être un projet solo, j'ai demandé si c'était important pour le groupe de Backstreet Boys d'avoir du temps, disons, seuls, chacun de leur côté. Il dit oui, c'est sûr, un peu comme des frères, un peu comme un mariage. Des fois, on a besoin de sortir de ça puis de pas toujours être dans notre petit cocon. Mais c'est important. Et puis là, les gars ont tous chacun des projets de leur côté. Il y a Brian qui va être avec nous la semaine prochaine, qui va être avec nous le 29 juin. Je pense que les gens sont heureux. Brian va être avec nous et il lance son album solo. So now, speaking of the Backstreet Boys, we're going to see a video that we get a lot of requests for. It's incomplete. It's one of the most requested video on the show. You stick around, we're going to be back with you right after. On va aller voir le vidéoclip. Incomplete des Backstreet Boys. On est retour tout de suite après avec Howie.